morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. You want me to be totally honest with you, right? Well, I'm going to show you something extremely embarrassing, but I'm glad I'm embarrassed by it because it's proven to be a big blessing to me. This is a cheap meal Monday. Some people don't like me using the word cheap, so this is frugal meal Monday. Hey, I kind of like that. Frugal meal Monday. And I'm using what I've got. I went into great length on my video about my income loss. That is still in effect, and that will be in effect for me for a long time, and that's okay because I realize I'm not alone. And I never dreamed the overwhelming response I got. I figured this would just be one of my other videos that people wouldn't be interested in or wouldn't watch, and wow, I was wrong. And I think that we all can join together and come up with ways that we can save lots of money. Well, we have to. And so with the electric and heating the house, I mean, we have our temperatures really low. So you're probably gonna see me wearing a lot of sweatshirts this winter. I do love my dresses and I will wear them from time to time, but they're not very warm. This is really warm and it's very comfortable. And so you'll probably be seeing this for a little while. But I'm gonna show you my embarrassment and we're gonna go right into making a meal. I am not going to be editing so much in my videos either. It's just gonna be real life. All right, the lighting isn't too good right here, but this is my freezer. All summer long, I was hoarding food. Yes, I was hoarding food because I thought maybe someday I might need it. Well, someday's here, and we're gonna make a meal out of what's in my freezer. This freezer is what we're going to be focusing on for the next couple weeks. And then I have another small little chest freezer. We're gonna work on that. When I say work on it, I mean we are going to eat food out of it. That's my freezer. Yup. Now some of you may look at that and say, oh, Tessie, that's my freezer all the time. Other of you may go, oh my word, Homestead Tessie, I always knew she was a hoarder, messy Tessie. But you know what? That is great to have a freezer like that now because we can come up with all kinds of food. I just recently, I think it was 2 days ago, I took my potatoes, found the ones that weren't very nice, I peeled them, because I'm telling you, I am not throwing anything away. Anything that's food that can be reused, I am doing that. And today we're gonna get the crock pot out. I'm gonna see if I can find some meat in there because I think I have a reduced piece of, well, I guess it's a steak, but it's the really, how do I want to say, it's a fatty steak. It's a kind of steak that doesn't get very nice unless you cook it for a long time. Oh, tough. It's a tough steak. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the freezer. Oh boy, here we go. I was gonna turn the camera off, but well, why not? Okay, everybody, come, welcome into my freezer. All right. It is so overwhelming. You know the feeling. Come on, I'm sure you've all had this. I know that there is a piece of steak in here somewhere. We're gonna use a pack of tomatoes that are frozen. I just froze these. And I gotta find the steak. And I know it's in here. Okay. Actually, peppers and onions. I think I'm gonna put this in with it too. This is gonna be interesting, but it's gonna be good. I am still trying to figure out, oh, we have this that came from the food pantry, the food truck. We'll go use that. I know I have a steak in here somewhere. Oh, it was right in front of me. Oh my word. I tell you, I do this all the time. Oh, that's the chicken. No, I can't use chicken. It's gotta be steak. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Now let's put everything away. Stuff's flying out, I know. Now to put everything back, right? It's not too bad, really. You know, you go like this, where you try to quick close it before it flies open again. Oh. Okay, that was a 5-minute experience all in itself. We did all that to find this. This is a certified Angus beef for $3.56. So it's $3.56. Oh, $3.35. I'm shortchanging myself. It's $3.35, and it was frozen on October the 2nd. All right, we got that. We have some of this bread, and we have a few onions and peppers. The tomatoes, I'll just use a little bit of the tomatoes. We have carrots and we have potatoes, and we're gonna throw it all together, and we're gonna make some beef stew. All right, let me tilt my camera down, get everything else together, and then I'll put it all together and show you what it looks like. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the beef and we're gonna put that down below first. And that's what it looks like. It looks pretty good. So, not freezer burn or anything like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and we get the potatoes out of the refrigerator. We're gonna put the potatoes, and then I gotta cut up some carrots. All right, so the potatoes I had cut up a little bit bigger than what I should. So I'm just go ahead and going to cut them in smaller pieces. I don't want to cut them too small. Now, my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, we always cut in our hands like this. Now, I know a lot of people are not used to seeing that. There's a lot of people that cut their food with a cutting board. But this is how we've done it. This is how it's taught. And there is a subscriber, Theo. He is from the Netherlands, and that's this somewhat close area where my ancestors were from. He said that his grandma always cut her food that way. So there's some things that are just inherited into our DNA, and this is one of them. So I'm cutting up these in just smaller pieces. I don't want to make them too small because then they would turn mushy. You're on Social Security income, you're on any kind of fixed income. Food is really expensive. Food and medical, medicines. Thankfully, I don't have to take any form of medication, so I don't have to deal with that. But food is really expensive, but you still can really save your money with food if you just think outside the box or think back like the Great Depression. So I do have a video coming up where I'm going to talk about some things that I am doing that is really saving us money, and you can all do it. So it's very practical. So it's not just something I can do, it's something every single one of you can do. All right, I'm going to cut up these carrots. Now I just did recently a video on storing carrots for long term and the different tips and tricks you can do. And that's what I do. Every video that you see, I do that. I don't just make a video for the sake of making a video. This is how I live my life. This is what I do. I believe that when you make food, you should make food with color. I believe that you should have peas and tomatoes and carrots. I don't believe that you should have food that doesn't have any form of color in it. All right, I found this, and it's Meal Creation Beef Stew. So I thought, well, I might as well use it. It looks to me just kind of like a gravy base. It smells amazing. Let's go ahead and put this in the top. It really, really smells good. Now I have this on for high for 4 hours. It might take a little longer than that. So it might take more like 6 hours on high. I'll show you, of course, when we're done. Make sure I get all of this out because it smells amazing. It's made for the crock pot. All right, so now that's finished. We got the lid on it. I may add a little bit of brown sugar to the top of it, just a little bit, because I have the tomatoes. I'm not sure yet. Now this bread was in the freezer for about 6 months. If it seems dried out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it and then add some garlic and make it like a garlic bread. So if you have any bread that seems a little bit, could be stale, all you have to do is then put it in the oven and have it like garlic bread. There you go. That's my meal. So it didn't cost very much. And I'm going to show you when it's finished. I do have one question for all of you. And one thing I really like about YouTube is the way that I can just present myself and my videos to all of you. And if I have a question, you guys answer it. And I have a question. This girl, me, has never heard of gar gum. This was given to me, and it's not expired, but it soon will be, which is fine. What is gar gum? I can't figure out what it is. So, is it like a cornstarch? And now my other question is, can you use this in canning? Or is this like a cornstarch? And what's the difference between gar gum and cornstarch? Because it says about thickening things. Hope you can answer my question on this one. Gar gum, what all can you use it for? Because I want to do a video and I want to use it. All right, everyone, I'll see you guys in just a little bit when the beef stew is finished.
So this is what we have left with the beef stew. This is absolutely amazing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably make it into a beef pie for the next day, but it's so good, very good. Yum, yum. That's what it looks like. And it would freeze amazing too. Just finding something in that old freezer.